I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get up, go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, and you know. And I got it, on my own.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Patrick. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Moore, the man in motion.
We'll go 25 the mic. Double. That's the way. Hey, 25 the mic. We'll go 25 the mic. Yo, whining. He's coming.
Fields on 3rd down. He's going to look deep for Moore. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game, and I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
From the 44, Murray. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch. On the hole. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Crunch time, defense. Mike's 50.
To throw is Murray.
Watch the run.
Flushed out right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Murray to run again. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football. Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, they certainly took too long to set up play action, and that gave the pass rush time to get home for its first sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Take 4. Under crunch. Check safety, check.
They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, 25. We got 25's the mic. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. He's checking. He's checking. Crash, crash. Bang, 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 bang. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Hey, 25's the mic.
Here's Fields. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. We're scoreless after one. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Under 10, 10. Showing up, showing up. Slam, slam, slam.
Running right, here's Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's just me and you.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the 31, Fields. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Moore, the man in motion. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Check 43. Rush in. Rush in. Check 9, check 9. SOS.
Now it's Fields. Dancing to his left. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. Hey, I'm coming after you.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
25's the mic. Watch the slats. Watch the slats. Hey,
They'll run on 1st down. Patrick, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Watch the screen. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn up. Switch.
From the 44, Fields. They'll roll him out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Up the middle they go. It's Patrick, and he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a game of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Up the middle they run. Here's Dillon. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
They run again with Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Patrick, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Check the outs. Check the outs. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 12. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 12. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 20.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Kill.
To throw is Fields. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
6 gone. Check 6 gone.
Check your hot read.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals, but they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going deep for Brown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Taken in at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and And we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
From the 39, Murray. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robbie Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. An extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Hey, 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. Rip right, Ralph off. Save. Hatch you. Check 26, check 26. Slam.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
Alert 3.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Alert 3. Shift. Watch the shift. Check.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check pass.
Kill. Check 37. Check 3. Check the backer. Wide. Get wide.
Again, it's Dillon.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Watch the safety creep. Check. Lucky.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the slant. Hey, 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. Let's go, defense. D, man up, D. Hey, 25 the mic. We got 25 the mic. Hey, defense, let's go. Kill.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Connection made with Chenault.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check 50. Check 50.
Watch twist.
Sponge. Sponge. No.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Dillon up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Just like that. Just like that.
Check 52. Hey, watch this. Watch this. Kill.
On the handoff, this is Dillon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Check. Fresno. Whip. Watch out.
Dillon, they try the left side with him. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A.J. Dillon with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Mike 5-4.
First carry for James Conner. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
To the 43, 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball.
Let's go. Pick it up, T. Right there. 55. right there, 54 Mike.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. A huge play there for Arizona. 55 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. James Conner, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cards look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll fake the hand. Fields steps away. And that'll be caught downfield by Chenault. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Let's go. 25 to Mike. We'll go 25 to Mike. I'll get him. Get him. Hey, 25. We'll go 25 to Mike. I got it. Check 4.
Off play action. Fields. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, 89 yards. And the Cardinals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a first down throw, Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Jalen Thompson picks it. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. We look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On second and very short, Murray. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
On first down, it's Fields. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. We got 25 to Mike. They don't want it. Check nickel.
On play action, Fields rolling to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that. Under 10, under 10, 10. Showing that.
On 3rd down, it's Patrick, and he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Moore, the man in motion. Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. He's going to look deep for Moore, and that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle with Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Push him back. Push him back.
Back to throw it, Murray.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Cardinals, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.